Oi. At the rate online, anyone, property source. Come on, guys. Property source, yes or no? Where you are going to provide these configuration properties? Sorry, property source annotation. Variable level, method level, or class level? Class level. Yes or no? On top of the class, we have to define at the rate property source. P uppercase, yes uppercase. Yes or no? Right. Inside, you can mention the respective properties file. That's it. Yes or no? Okay. We loaded that properties file into our application with the help of what at the rate property source. Next one. I want to get key of the properties file. Where you are using base package here. Huh? So if you want to get the specific key into our application, what is the annotation? At the rate value annotation. Where you are going to declare that at the rate value annotation? Class level, method level, variable level. On top of what variable? On top of that variable, you should provide even you need to follow the one expression. What is that? SPEL, Spring Expression Language. Yes or no? What is that? At dollar within the double quotes, right? At the rate value, bracket opening and closing bracket, double quotes within that dollar opening brace and closing brace. Yes or no? In between, you can provide what the specific key. Clear? Okay. So here, what is the disadvantage? I want to get all keys at once. Is it possible? No. Getting my point? I want to get all keys at once. It is not possible. By using property source annotation. Getting my point? That's why if you want to get multiple keys at once, then we should go for what? Property source annotation. Getting my point? I hope you got the clarity. Okay. Let me come Evernote's point of view. Okay. Right. How you are storing the data in the properties file? We store the data. What? Key equal to what? Value inside the properties file. Agree. Inside the properties file. Okay. Next one. I want to read that properties file. Then how you are going to read that one? Okay. If you want to read this key, then what you are going to do? To read this data into the one variable. Then we have to use what? Tell me how you are going to use. How we are going to use your property source. At the rate value data double quotes dollar opening and closing brace. Yes or no? Right. That is at the rate value annotation must be defined on top of the fill in the blanks, on top of the every variable to read the data from the properties file. I hope you are getting right. Okay. Next one. What is the purpose of the configuration properties annotation? To read multiple keys. See, prior to configuration properties, if you want to read the multiple keys, it is not possible. Yes or no? See, you are also able to you are also able to load the properties file with the help of the property source annotation on top of the class you can define. Yes or no? But this scenario, we are able to read the key by key. Yes or no? Right? Only one key at once. That's it. But my requirement is what? Enter question. Okay, don't underestimate. So my requirement is what? I want to read multiple keys into the variables without using @ annotation. Then you should go for what? Configuration properties. See, the programming or the technology, how much lazy you know? How much lazy you know? See, let me come from scratch in the programming level. Or else let me come in the our general habitual actions. See, once upon a time, there is no online classes. Online students, please be alert. Okay, once upon a time, there is no Zoom. Agree? There is no GoToMeeting. There is no Google Meet. There is no Geo something. There is one more app too. Everyone should come to the institute. They have to learn the class. Yes or no? Nowadays, the technology in our hand. How much easy? Need not to go for the institute. Why our time is wasted here? Okay, there is a Zoom app. There is a blah 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 apps are there. Why you are going to institute wasting our time? The people thinking like that. Okay, see, in person, offline, online. To be honest, yes or no? Offline student, there is no chance to do the multitasking. Agree? If you are doing, I will identify. My eyes is more than powerful more than CC cameras. Last line also, what you are doing, I can observe. Okay, just I'm saying. Okay, so every faculty doing like that only. But online, freedom na, స్వాతంత్ర దినోత్సవం. ఇంకా వీళ్ళకి కంప్లీట్ స్వాతంత్ర దినోత్సవం రాలేదని చెప్పేసి రేపు 26వ తారీఖు సోమవారం సంపూర్ణ స్వాతంత్ర దినోత్సవం జరుపుకోవచ్చు. అవునా? సంపూర్ణంగా కదా గణతంత్ర దినోత్సవం అంటే. ఓకే, రైట్. ఆన్లైన్, దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ యార్. ఓకే, హౌ మచ్ లేజీ ద టెక్నాలజీ విల్ లీడ్స్ ద పీపుల్, రైట్? ఓకే, the technology, even though coming to the programming world, once upon a time, to read any key from the properties file, we have to use the properties class. That means we have to develop the Java code, file input stream, object output stream, file output stream, right? You can read that. So there is a multiple things you can able to do that. That means we have to develop the Java code to get the key from the properties file. It is not that much easy, right? After that, our point of view, that is happening in the core Java level here. Okay, so file input stream, file output stream, you can use like that. So in coming to the Spring level, no, I don't want to use the Java code. I want to use the only one word, that is @ property source annotation. Then enter that property file coming into my application. Yes or no? How much code? That boilerplate code you are removing nowadays. Okay. So even though the property source annotation, there is a problem. What is that problem? We are able to read only one key at once, at a time. Yes or no? But no, sir. Even I don't want to do that one. I want to get all keys at once. That's why at the rate property configuration property annotation we are going to implement. How much the people going to lazy situation? Nowadays, the people is unable to switch on the light or switch off the light. Even switch on the fan, switch off the fan. No, 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 no. There is a remote. Yes or no? Voice also. Even lift doors, right? Lift doors, I don't want to switch on the light. I don't want to switch off the light. Once you are open the door in the lift also, right? Fan and light automatically on, right? Once you are closing, automatically off. The technology like that. Even our programming world also, right? If you want to read that multiple properties keys, then we have to use one more annotation. Okay, right? Coming to the concept, I hope you got the clarity, right? Configuration properties is used what? To read, come on, to read multiple keys, multiple key and values into what? Into variables without using, what is that? Without using at the rate value annotation. Okay. Just one time annotation. What is that? Just one time. Just one time annotation. The people like that only. How much lazy? That's what not getting multiple diseases to the human body. Right? Once upon a time, our class washing with our hand. Nowadays, throw away. That means that is top door, front door, washing machines, right? Just switch on. You can put it whatever the required things, then you can operate. Anubhavinch Raja, sitting on sofa, switch on the TV. Okay, Anubhavinch Raja within half an hour. That is what the technology people making as a lazy. Okay, right? Class must have at the rate configuration properties. Okay, without space. Okay, but in the concept level, I written like this. Okay, but in the annotation level, what? You should use like this. But I'm highlighting here. Okay, don't use double quotes. Just I'm highlighting. Okay, within the double quotes. Okay, for your more understanding. Okay. You can use that prefix. So if you are providing the prefix, okay, then you can use prefix equal to what? Prefix in props files. Okay. Suppose my dot driver, something you are mentioned, right? App dot my dot driver or something equal to Oracle driver or some X driver. So here app dot my dot driver something, that is what? Prefix actually. So my dot app or my dot app dot something. Maybe single name or multiple words based on our requirement. Maybe our wish here. Okay, there is no problem at all. Okay, now I highlighted like this. But here in the double quotes is what? Important. Let me remove. No. I don't want to make trouble. Okay. This is the way to use our property, configuration property annotation like this. At the rate configuration properties. Okay. Then we have to use what? Prefix. That prefix in props file. That is the properties file. Whatever the prefix you are used, you can use that prefix. Okay. Right. Next one. Okay. Where you are going to use this configuration properties? Class level. Class must have configuration properties. You can provide the some prefix. That's it. Okay. Next one what? Key must be defined. Key must be defined by using what? Prefix dot variable equal to what? Value. Next what? What is that? Number of keys might be defined. That is equal to what? Number of variables. Name must be match. Okay. How many variables you are going to? Like number of keys defined. Number of keys defined equal to number of what? Variables. Number of variables. But conditions are applied. What is that? Name must be match. Next. After that, we need to generate what? Setters and getter methods to read what? That data. Okay. If you want to set the data, if you want to get the data, the setter methods are what? Required. Okay. See, if you are getting some new technology, maybe in the phone also. Once upon a time, the people are fixed what? CDMA mobiles. After that, Android. After that, iOS. If you are looking for from CDMA to iOS, you need to spend some money. Yes or no? Like that one. Here also. If you are using the technology, you are also following some rules and regulations. Right? Or some conditions are applied. That's it. Okay. Number of keys defined equal to what? Number of variables, but name must be what? Match. And one more, must generate what? Set get methods to what? To read and set the data online. Are you following? Can you confirm? Okay. See, guys, one thing. See, have you used setters and getters while using the @value annotation? Can you recollect? Initially, there is a property source. We read the property file into our application. Okay, to read the key by key, we are using what? We are defined what? @value annotation. We are providing some key. In this case, have you generated or have you generate setters and getter methods? Can you recollect it? No. Before Lombok, we used that what? Added value annotation. Before jump to the Springboard, in Spring itself, you already used it at the rate value annotation. Have you generating in any setters and getters? No, no. Yes or no? But in the while using this properties, this configuration property annotation, we should generating what? Setters and getters. To setting the data, to reading the data, you should follow. Getting my point? Okay. All right. Or else let me provide as a note. Symbol is different. You can identify. Note. Just for alert purpose, I am writing the notes. Okay. Right. Okay. At the rate value annotation, what? Don't generate what? Set and get methods. Right? Okay. Next one. If key is not present here, are not matching with the variable, then there is no errors, there is no exceptions. But it will providing what? It's a default value. In the property source annotation, any idea? If key is not matching, or maybe that variable is not, may not be matching, then what? Can you recollect? Let me finish this point. If key is not found, or key is not matching, interview questions, please. Okay. Right. If the key is not matching with variable, what I mentioned here, the line number 13, can you read out? The number of keys defined equal to number of variables, name must be what? Match. Okay. Right. So coming to our current point, if the key is not found, or maybe key is not matching with what? With a variable, then what? Then no errors. No errors or what? No exceptions also. No exception. But what? The default value is what? Provided. In property source here, at the rate using, while using at the rate value annotation, anything, can you recollect? See, the interviewer may expect what is the difference between at the rate property source annotation and at the rate configuration properties. Getting my point? Pakka interview question. Because both the annotations are what? Representing or pointing to what? Property file only. Getting my point? That's what. Okay. Let me check where you are used. Yeah. There is a property source. See. Here I use it. Come on. I'm showing. Application my.app.title by using property source annotation. On property source annotation. Okay. So here I provided multiple properties. I don't want to be trouble. First, let me use only one properties file. Even if you are not using this approach, you are getting right, obviously. Okay, let me do that. No output. Come on. System slow. Product info is what? Hello guys. Product info, title equal to what? Yeah. Where you are getting this one? From the application order properties. Okay, now? Right. So in the properties file, here my.app.title1 in the properties file. Try to understand. But in the product info, I am using what? There is no one, as it is my.app.title. But in the properties file, what I added? One I added additionally. Hello guys, are you following? Okay. So in this case, try to understand. In my Java class, that too I am using the @ annotation. I am using what? Some SPL, that is Spring Expression Language. I am providing what? That key name is what? My.app.title. But in my properties file, my.app.title1. Okay. So here, have you generate any setters and getters here? No. But if you are using that properties configuration annotation, you should generating what? Setters and getters. Okay. Right. So that is different story. Now, understand. Now, let me execute my application here. Let me execute my application run as Java application. Okay. Can you cross check what happened? Error. Sorry, not error, exception. Okay, it means what? Application run what failed. The injection of auto-void dependencies are what? Failed. The dependency injection means what? To injecting the value into the bin properties, yes or no? So here, the properties file key name is different. So in the Java class, you are using @value annotation, that key is what? Different. The key is not matching. Then what? It leads to exception. Clear? I hope you got the clarity. Online, are you following? Right. Okay, perfect. So just I'm comparing. That's it. Okay. Right. Let me close all. You got the clarity. First of all, before developing the applications by using the configuration properties configuration annotation, what is the problem? What is the problem prior to this? Okay. If key not match, then what? It is getting what? The exception. Getting? So while using the here in the while using the property source annotation, we should use @value annotation for the sake of to get key by key, right? Next one, while using the @value annotation, there is no setters and getters. Agree? So while using the @value annotation, if the key is not found or not matching, then immediately getting what? Exception. Agree? To overcome these problems, to overcome these problems, we are going for a what? This annotation, that is configuration properties annotation. Okay, I repeat once again. What is the problem in the property source? See, coming to the properties file, if the key is not matched, see, first of all, there is a multiple keys in the properties file. Okay, my dot app dot SNO, my dot app dot SName, my dot app dot SCourse, something. What is the prefix here? My dot app is a prefix. Agree. It means there is a multiple keys. Right? So, coming to the Java side, don't modify the subject. If we go for the Java side, if you are using @ property source, we should use what annotation at the variable level? What annotation we are going to use? To read the key, @ value annotation. Getting my point? So that means key by key, we have to read from the properties file by using the @ value annotation. Agree? So if key is not found, even there is a problem, we are getting the exception. By using the property source annotation, we are unable to read the multiple keys at a time. Right? So to overcome these problems, we are going for what? Properties configuration annotation. What is the benefit here? We are able to load or read multiple keys at a time. Number one. Number two, if key is not found or if not matching, then there is no error, there is no exception, simply it returns what? It's a default value. Agree? Right? So, here, no need to use what? @ value annotation for each and every variable. Right? Okay. I hope you got the clarity. Now, where you are here? Online? Are you followed? Okay. Right. See, example or application output, whether coming or not, light. But the application designed or defined or implementation or to provide the configuration is more important than getting the output. Getting? If you are getting the output, what is the use of that output here? You never use it in the IT industry. Okay, it will give the one path for you to understand the concept. That's it. Getting my point? But the way of implementation is more than important getting the output. Right. Coming to the point, if the key is not found, the key is not matching with the variable, then what? No errors, no exceptions, but what? The default value will be provided. Yes or no? Next one. Next, here, one class connected with one prefix. One class. Maybe you can able to develop the multiple applications. See, in the previous example, whatever I shown, there is a multiple properties files I implemented, right? Okay, na? So might be the same way I can create multiple classes also. The same functionality, if you are going to apply by using the property configuration properties, then what approach you are going to follow? See, one class, then what is connected with what? One class is connected with what? One prefix. One prefix only. There is no option. There is no option. Okay. Okay. Example. Let me provide the example for this scenario. Guys, have you following? Okay. Here, prefix 1. Prefix 1. Spring dot data source. Let's assume data source. Okay. Then it is going to connected with what? Data source connection or database connection. Better database connection, data source. Next one, the prefix 2. The prefix 2 is going to what? Spring dot MEC dot view. The prefix is different now. Okay. Now coming to here, it is going to connect with what? View resolver. View resolver. Just for understanding point of view, I given this example. Online? Are you okay? Okay, let me develop the application for this. File arrow, new arrow, Spring Starter project arrow. You can provide the project name is what? Spring Boot 2 config props 1. Maybe you can able to develop multiple. Okay, right. This is what? Spring Boot configuration properties. Okay, Maven, same Maven Java version, packaging jar, language Java. Okay, group ID, artifact ID, some versions, blah blah blah. That's okay, right? You can click on what? Next. So I want to generate the setters and getters manually because I need the setters and getters as per my annotation requirement. Then what I can do? The dependency is what? Lombok. Okay. You can take what? Lombok dependency. Okay. Yarrow. Finish. Where config props 1. Okay. Just wait. Okay. Right. This is what our project. Okay. Right. This is what our main class, that is starter class. This is what our properties file. Okay. I'm going to create one runner class. My runner class name is project, any name. Okay. Project data runner. Just I'm taking this one. Okay. Right. You can click on finish. You can do something. What I have to do? Implements what? command line, command R, okay, control shift O. Still we are getting the error. The problem is what? We need to override the run method. Yes or no? Before that, I am going to create some variables like private integer product ID, private string product name, private double product version. Okay, right. We need to override what? Run method. Public void. Return type is what? Run method? Void only. Public void run method. Run method throwing what? Throws exception. Even though this run method having the arguments, what type? String dot dot 3 dots args, that is arguments. Okay. Even we can provide at the rate override, it is may, okay, or may not also, that's fine. So here I am going to print what? Sysout system.out.println. We can print what? This. Here, what I have to do? First of all, I want to create the object for this class now. What is the annotation? At the rate component. Okay. I want to generating setters, getters and all. At the rate setter, at the rate getter, something. Here also I have the some lazy. Okay. There is a one annotation here. For at the rate setter, for at the rate getter, right? Getter, setter, toString, constructor, all. There is one annotation. That annotation called what? At the rate data. Okay. See, so far in the product data runner, we have only the left side. In the left side, product ID, product name, product version, run method in our class. Okay. In our class, we have only these things. I am going to use what? At the rate data annotation. That at the rate data annotation is what? The combination of what? Setters. The combination of what? Getters. The combination of what? ToString method. The combination of what? Hash code method. Yes or no? The equals method. Am I used anything in my application? Am I generated? No. That's what. Here also I have the some lazy. Earlier we are generating the setters and getters manually. To avoid that problem, the Lombok will support what? Every method, there is a separate annotation. Agree? Okay. Here also I don't want to get these bulk annotations. I don't want. With a single annotation. That is what? At the rate data. How much the data, the code is going to concise in Spring Boot. Are you getting clear? Okay. See, I didn't develop here. I removed this one at the rate data annotation. Have you seen any setters, getters in left side? Only variables with run method. Yes or no? Once you provided at the rate data annotation automatically coming without doing any manual intervention. Yes or no? Right? Online. Are you following? Yes. Okay. Right? Okay. I want to use. Okay. I want to use. What is that? Configuration properties annotation. Configuration. What is that? Properties annotation. Properties annotation. Okay, control shift O. What I need to add here? What I need to add here? Come on. Prefix. Yes or no? Prefix equal to. What is the prefix here? Can you go for the application or properties? Oh, I didn't add anything. Okay. So let me add my prefix here. What? My dot app dot. What is that? Some PID. Product ID. That is what? 101. My dot app dot P name. Product name. That is what? iPhone. I smaller. No, I don't know, yaar. I small, I think, right? Small only. Okay, iPhone. What? My dot app dot. What I mentioned? P version. P version. Product version. Product version equal to what? 70, na? Oh, you are in update. Are you using your iPhone? That's what. Because we are the Android here. Okay, we are very poor people. He is a rich kid. Okay, right. Okay, just kidding. What is the prefix here? Can you tell me? My dot. Yeah. Online. Okay. Are you following? How many of you using iPhone here? Okay. Prefix is what? My dot. Yeah, that's it. Okay, you provided that prefix my dot app. Okay. Component annotation we done. At the rate data annotation done. At the rate configuration done. Okay. Right. We created the variables. For that variables related setters and getters already generated as per our discussion. We overridden toString method. sorry, run method. Okay, right. We print what? This. Okay, I hope you got the clarity. Then I am going to execute my application. I am going to execute my application. Run as application. Are you getting product ID 101, product name, iPhone, product version? Okay, getting up. Okay. See, I don't want to generate the setters. Let me postmortem on this annotation. I don't want to generate the setters and getters. I removed completely that annotation. Right? Setters getters required now. Okay. Let me run my application. What is this? What format output you are getting? Oh, you already discussed it. Don't show your face like innocent. Already used it, right? What is that? Hash code. Right? That is hash code. How you are getting? At the rate, sorry, get name dot get class plus at the rate integer dot x string of what? Hash code. Yes or no? Right. Okay. Let me use what? At the rate data annotation in my application. Okay. Here, one more thing. One more. See, here my variable prod PID, P name, P version. So, okay. See, in my application.properties file, I am going to change my variable names. Okay. Must be same. Product ID. Here, PID 1. In my class, what is the variable name? PID. That's it. I added one extra in the properties file. Okay. Coming to here, run as Spring Boot application. Can you get it? Keys, if the key is not found, if the key and variable may not be matched, then it will returns its default value. Yes or no? Integer default value is what? Not integer. Int is the data type, primitive data type. Int default value is what? 0. What I used here? Int or integer? What is this integer? Class or primitive data type? Oy. Oy. Have you learned Core Java properly? This is what? Wrapper class here. Wrapper class. For each and every primitive data type, there is a class, right? To performing what? Auto boxing and auto unboxing, right? Have you heard these words? If you want to perform these operations, auto boxing and auto unboxing, primitive to that object class, like what? Class type. Then what? You have to use wrapper classes now. Come on. For int, integer. For float, float. For boolean, boolean. For double, double. Long, long. Yes or no? For char, character. Right. So, it is a class. Its default value is what? Null. That's what. See, as per our discussion, we don't get any error here, any exception. Simply returns what? It's a default value. Agree? Where I covered that point in our notes. Yeah, here. Line number 19. If key is not found, key is not matching with the variable, then what? No errors. Are you getting any error? No exception, but default value is what? Provided by the container. Clear? Okay, na guys? Okay. How many people following? How many people not following? I don't know. I am not responsible. Okay. Even online people, how many of you following? Only yes. One yes. What about 50? Half century people are there in the online, but I'm always getting 3 or 4 responses. Always. What? Duck out position. X. Exactly. Therein get duck out position. Yaar. Come on. Come on. Okay. Now if it is match, then we are getting what? Output. Okay. That's all about it. Okay. Have you understood about this properties configuration? Can you tell me? So, at the rate configuration, sorry, properties configuration, we need add the one prefix. Okay, right. Next one, variables must be matched with the property keys. If not, we won't get any errors or exceptions. Then simply returns what? The respective data type value returns, like default value. Getting my point? And setters and getters are what? mandatory. Yes or no? Right? That's all about it mostly. Jai Telangana. Okay, right. So, so are you okay? Shall we go? Okay, that's all about it. I will share these notes. Huh? Right. So, someone might be asked me, sir, see, listen. Class is not completed here. Wait. See, someone asked me, I think online or offline, I'm not remembered. Sir, how to, this is what application.properties file. Agree. Application.properties file. I want to convert this application.properties file to application.yml. How it is going? Right click on. See, right click on this file. Listen. Akka. Okay. Right click on this one. Convert dot properties to dot yml. Yes or no? Clear? Okay. Here also we have the some lazy. Okay? Okay. To remove what's our boilerplate code here. Okay? Now onwards we are going to use YML file. Okay. I will tell some mystery about that YML file too. Okay. Let me execute my application whether it is executing or not. Pakka. Hey, come on. After listening entire Ramayana, see, product ID came, product name came, product version also came. Right? Okay. Online? Okay. Right. Now, we can cover some points about the YML file. Okay. To remove unnecessary code, right? Okay. Shall I continue? Do you have any class? No. Then what? What time? Okay. 11:30. 11. Half an hour is there. Okay. Huh? Oh, you are in the weekend mode? No. Online? No problem. Let me cover a few points here. Okay. Wait. Points two. Following where it is. Why it is not printing. Points two. Follow writing YAML file. Because going forward, we are going to developing what? This YAML file here. Okay, that's what. Okay, I don't want to explain too much about this. Might be you aware of it. Okay, right. If not, then I will explain. Don't worry. Okay. there must be no duplicate. Agree? You know duplicate levels. That is no duplicate words. Number one. Next one. After every level, provide what? Colon. Symbol. You know already. Symbol. What is that? Replace with what? This colon is replaced with what? Replace with what? Or replace dot with what? Dot with what? Colon. Dot with what? Colon. Next one. Okay. Continue. Okay. Replace with what? Colon. And next level. And the next level. And the next level should start. Should start what? In next line with what? At least one space. At least what? One space. Next one. For last level, provide. For last level, provide what? Colon and one space before actual value. Okay, right. Example. Example what? Example what? Last level. Last level. Colon space. You can provide what? That is in between this one space. Then you can provide what? Value. You can provide what? Value. Next one. Same level of or same level keys must be under what? Same indent. Indent what? Same level. Okay, right. So that is same space count. Same space count. Same space count. Okay, right. Comma. Space count must be at least one. At most what? N number. Okay, at most one. Next one. Next. Key names need not to be what? In order. Need not to be in order. They can be in what? Any order. Any order. But recommended any order. Okay, let me write. Recommended space. Recommend space. 2 or 3 is recommended. Okay. App colon. Again, what? 2 space. Product ID space while providing the value. While providing the value, one space is recommended. Okay. Next, what? Product name, product version, something. Everywhere. Before providing actual value, one space is what? Recommended. Clear? Okay. Right. There is no dot. There is no equal. Everywhere, instead of using the dot, we should use what? Colon, right? Okay. Getting my point? So that's all about it. Okay. Right. Right, guys. I want to cover order also. Maybe in the next example, I will show the other example like order based. There is a multiple orders, there is a multiple classes, we can provide the order. So how we are going to edge good order based. Low value is there, high value is there, negative value is there. Okay, because I am out of station on Monday. Okay, I will update online. I'm in out of station. Okay, right. Maybe other classes I'm not sure about it. Okay, Monday I am in out of station. So my class no. Okay, right. Thank you, one and all. We'll see you on Tuesday as your respective timings. Thank you, and bye.